This is Flugabwehrkanonenpanzer Gepard, or simply Gepard, a German self-propelled anti-aircraft gun. It has two 35mm automatic cannons, each of which fires 550 rounds per minute. The range of fire is up to 5 kilometers. Gepard is one of the best anti-aircraft missile systems in its class, and such vehicles are already in Ukraine.
The first 3 Gepard units have officially entered. These are anti-aircraft systems, for which tens of thousands of cartridges have been handed over to us. We expect the first 15 vehicles. 3 went to Ukraine. Today they are already at the disposal of the armed forces of Ukraine. Oleksiy Reznikov, Minister of Defense of Ukraine, on the air of the telephone UA Razum.
The Turkish company Baykar has already registered in Ukraine and purchased a plot to locate Bayraktar drone production facilities on Ukrainian territory. Kyiv and Ankara signed an agreement on this back in early February.
They developed the project of the plant itself and intend to implement it to the end, since it was almost a personal commitment of the company's owner to make this production in Ukraine. And it is not only political but also practical, since a significant part of the models that will be produced at the plant will have Ukrainian-made components. Vasyl Bondar, ambassador of Ukraine to Turkey, in an interview with RBC Ukraine.
The Russians, as expected, were outraged by this decision. Putin's press secretary Dmitry Peskov said that the Russian army would destroy the Bayraktar plant in Ukraine.
The very fact of creating such an object, which of course will immediately fall under the topic of demilitarization, this must be understood. Of course, this will only probably prolong the suffering of Ukrainians, but will not help to avoid what is the goal of a special military operation. Dmitry Peskov, press secretary of the President of Russia.
However, Moscow's threats are unlikely to change the fact, and this is already well known to all the Russian military. HIMARS. Ukraine will soon have more ammunition for these US multiple launch rocket systems, as the US has approved a new defense aid package. It will also include artillery systems, mortars, anti-tank systems, armored ambulances, ammunition and demolition equipment, and medical supplies.
To meet Ukraine's growing battlefield needs, the United States will continue to work with its allies and partners to provide Ukraine with key capabilities calibrated to make a difference. From a message on the U.S. Department of Defense website.
This will be the 18th defense aid package for Ukraine and will cost the U.S. $1 billion. Reported by Pavlo Shtelmach, Valeria Nikipilova, UATV News.